What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Thank you for clicking on this video, and a special shout out to you guys who have subscribed already, because that's what it's all about. Without you guys, there would be really no point to me doing this. So thank you once again for subscribing. And if you're new here, or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and click that button down below that says subscribe, and then hit the bell so you get notified and all that stuff. But let's jump right into it. As you saw from the title, I found an incredible find at the bins yesterday. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm kind of lost for words. I don't even know what to say about it. But we'll get to that in a minute. Real quick, I just want to do a quick what sold so you guys can see these things are selling. They're moving out of my eBay store. I couldn't be happier. Of course, like all of us, I wish it would speed up. I wish people would just buy all the stuff so I can get rich quick, but I think we all know that's not how it works. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and all that, which is what this channel is all about. I want to show you guys my adventure as I do this, my wins, my losses, and hopefully that helps you out with your reselling adventure, and hopefully we both get rich, because that's what we all want. But anyways, what sold this week? First up, I already shipped this item out, so here's a screenshot. There's some shoes I got from Goodwill. I paid $2 for them, and I sold them for 25 bucks plus $5 shipping. It might cost me a few dollars more than that to ship, but either way, solid return on the $2 investment. $30, I'll take it any day of the week. Next up, we have this Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America. This is a like doctor's scrub, and I got this from the bins, so I paid less than $1 for this item, and I just sold this for I think it was $14 plus $5 shipping, so $20 off of a $1 item. Another great return. Super happy with that. I hope things keep going this well for me. Like I said, I'm kind of new to this. I mean, I've been on eBay for a number of years, but I just got serious about really trying to sell enough stuff to actually make some money, not just get rid of a few old items. So anyways, next up on the what sold list is this typewriter. Once again, I bought this about a week ago, so I didn't have to sit on it long at all. I actually thought I would be sitting on this item for quite a while. I thought it might take a few months, if not a year, to sell, because I don't know anybody who uses typewriters. I mean, I hear from other YouTubers, you guys out there, that these things sell like hotcakes, which is why I picked it up. But anyways, picked this bad boy up with the case for $15, and unfortunately, it did have a handle here, and as I was carrying this from my car into my house, because it was so old, the handle just snapped, and this thing fell and hit the ground, but luckily it was in a case, so I got it inside, I plugged it in, I tested every single key and button and function that I could on this thing, and everything works. Now, it doesn't have an ink cartridge in it, so I wasn't able to actually run paper and see that it printed, but every key I hit, the corresponding hammer and letter and all that did its thing, so I'm really hoping this works out. And I also feel pretty good about this sale, because the person who bought it just sent me a message and said that it's the exact same model their grandmother gave them for a graduation present, but that her husband loaned it to somebody who didn't return it. And then she said, sometimes it's just nice to type things the old-fashioned way. I don't know why. Maybe some people just think it sounds cool. Maybe it's therapeutic, reminds them of another time. I don't know. But anyways, there it is right there. I did a close-up on this in a previous video. If you want to see it up closer, it's pretty heavy, so I don't want to pick it up, put it near the camera, but it does still have all the original paperwork about the warranty and repair type of stuff like that in here. Obviously, this is not in warranty anymore, but just a cool little artifact there to go with the item. So now that the what sold is out of the way, let's talk about this item I found. I'm going to grab it. I have it right here behind me, so I'll grab it for you. It is this big burly leather coat right here, and I'm super excited about this. I don't know if you guys saw my last video. Actually, I know you haven't, because I haven't finished uploading it. Isn't that funny? Anyways, I have a video coming. I'm going to upload it today or tomorrow, whenever I get the time to edit it, of when I found this at the bins. Now, I had stopped the camera at this point because I had been there a while, and I know you guys didn't want to watch 2 hours of me at the bins. So I just have some snippets in there. But anyways, it was in that trip, and you're going to be able to actually see the store I went to, where I found this, see the different kinds of stuff they have in there for sale and all of that. But anyways, what is so special about this jacket? First of all, it's real leather. And I don't know if you know about real leather jackets, but they're not cheap. Second of all, the inside is shearling, another material that's not cheap. Furthermore, this is made by, I don't know how to say that, but Gianfranco Ferri or Ferrer. I'm not Italian, so I don't know how to pronounce that. Somebody can drop a comment down below. Let me know how you're supposed to pronounce this brand. But anyways, it's funny, I was at the bins, and when I started digging through clothes, this is one of the first items that I saw and that I touched. I grabbed it, and at first I was like, oh, a leather jacket, and I grabbed it, and then I felt how heavy it was. And at the bins, they charge by the pound, so my initial thought was, man, that's way too heavy. I was specifically there on a mission to get light items. I was looking for leggings, t-shirts, you know, stuff like that that doesn't weigh a lot, that I can get for nearly nothing, 10, 20, 30 cents a piece, and then turn around and sell for $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever it is. Anyways, so I grabbed this, and as soon as I felt how heavy it was, I tossed it to the side right away. I wasn't even going to mess with it. Wasn't there what I was there to look for. I don't really know much about leather jackets or care about them other than, like, you know, they're cool or whatever, but personally it wasn't for me, so I tossed it aside. And I kept looking through the bins for like another hour, hour and a half, and I was just getting ready to leave, and I saw it again. This time somebody had folded it up nicely, and it was on top of one of the bins next to some other like okay items. I guess somebody was thinking about maybe coming back for, or had in their cart and put it back and decided they didn't want it. I don't know, but something told me as I was leaving to take one more look at this leather jacket. And that's when I picked it up. Notice the quality. The first thing I noticed right off the bat is the quality of these seams. First of all, the texture. As soon as I touched it, I could tell it was real leather. It's very thick. But the next thing I noticed, if you guys can see this, is that stitching is, first of all, it's triple stitched, which shows that whoever made this was serious about it not coming apart and it being a quality item. That was the second thing I noticed about it. And then the feel of this on the inside. This does not feel like those faux fur linings you get, you know, from like JCPenney or Kohl's or whatever. This actually feels like it was part of an animal at one point in time, which was another sign that this was a quality item. So then we got to the tag, and I don't know if it'll show up on the video, but right here it says made in Italy. So that was another good sign. When I saw that, I started to reconsider leaving this item behind at Goodwill. And holy cow, I'm glad I did not, because as soon as I popped this brand into Google, the first thing that came up were a variety of coats for sale from anywhere between $300 to $5,000. That's what I saw initially. Now, when I got home and I did some further research on this brand, Ferry or Ferrer or whatever it is, I found out that this brand, this guy, has coats that sell for $50,000. $50,000. That's more than any car I've ever owned. That's probably more than 2 or 3 of my cars combined. So I can't fathom ever spending that much money on a coat. But regardless, I didn't spend anywhere near that because I got this sucker for about $9. They charge by the pound, so I guess this bad boy is almost 5 pounds, but it's super warm, it's super heavy, and unfortunately it's just a tad too small for me, or I'd rock it until it sells. But it's just a little too small for me, and unfortunately a little too big for my girlfriend, so it's going to be hanging out in my closet until I find out more about it. If you guys know anything about this brand, please do me a favor and comment down below and let me know where you think I can get this thing appraised, because I plan on stopping by a few leather dealers in my area and maybe some fur traders, letting them take a look at it, tell me what they think it's valued at. But anyways, I'll put a screenshot right here of the most similar model I'm able to find. And this model is pretty much identical, except for that the shearling material on the inside here is a lighter color. And the tag is different in this one that is pictured here. But anyways, this one is for sale right now for $575. So if I can get that or anywhere close to that for this item that I bought for $10 or less, that's gonna be insane. And the purpose of me making this video and showing this to you guys is that I want you to understand how real this is, okay? I just started going to Goodwill, particularly the bins, a month ago. I've been shopping at Goodwill like on and off, you know, I've been there in and out my whole life, but as far as reselling and looking specifically for items to resell, I've only been going to Goodwill for about a month, maybe 2 months. And for the longest time, sorry, I'm trying to keep the cat away from this thing, because the last thing I need is a cat scratching up this awesome fun. But anyways, so I want you guys to see how real this is and how candid it is. That's why I took you guys with me to the bin, so that you could see me sorting through this stuff, see what's available, see how much work it is to actually dig through. You know, it sounds really cool that you're getting all this stuff super cheap, but what a lot of other YouTubers don't talk about is the time it takes to actually dig through that stuff. It's going to take you a couple hours to find a cart full of good items at the Goodwill bins, but it can be done, and with a little patience, you might find something like that. And so, full disclosure, I don't know how long it's going to take me to sell that. I don't know how many people are looking for these type of coats. I'm assuming it's going to take a while to find the right buyer, particularly at the price point I'm hoping to get out of this. But let's be honest, if I sit on it a year and can't sell it and end up just pawning it to somebody for $100, that's still 10 times my initial investment, 10 times, and that's giving this thing away. So anyways, if you check out my other videos, you can see a whole bunch of other items that I found at Goodwill, both at the bins and at the retail store, and you can do the same thing. I'm really hoping that this message gets through to some of you guys who might have been thinking about reselling, maybe people who are just dipping your toes in but are afraid to dive in head first. Personally, just to come out with it, I quit my high-paying union job at UPS to resell things on the internet. So I'm going to tell you guys all about that in another video, why I did that, how it's going for me so far, and just give you guys more details. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. I quit a high-paying union job with full benefits to work for myself, sell things online, never know when my next dollar is coming in, and it's really exciting. It's really hard, and you know, I can't say I recommend it because I don't know you or your life or what your goals are, but I can say that if it's something you want to get into, I highly recommend jumping in now, because more apps for selling things online are coming out every single day, whether it's Poshmark, Mercari, OfferUp, Letgo, Depop, Vinted, Grailed. I mean, there's an endless amount of reselling apps online, and to be frank with you guys, I've made sales on almost all of them. I haven't made a sale on Vinted yet, but I've made several sales on Depop, I've made several sales on Mercari, several sales on OfferUp, one sale on Poshmark. That's actually the shoes I showed you at the beginning of the video that I've already shipped out. I sold those on Poshmark, not on eBay. But I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't care where the stuff sells. I just want it gone, and I want more money than I started with. And I think that's what it's all about. So anyways, thanks for stopping to watch another video. I hope I didn't drag this out too long for you guys. And like I said at the beginning, please do me a massive favor and just hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that's going to help show my video to more people. Plus, it's going to remind you to come back and check out my channel to see future videos. So anyways, one last thing, if you are a reseller and you've checked out my video, can you drop a comment down below so I can see how many people are actually absorbing this content as opposed to the view count, which, you know, you never know. Somebody clicked on the video by accident, could be a bot, you never know. So if you're watching, just say what's up, drop a comment, tell me what you think. If you know somewhere I can get this appraised, that would be super helpful. Or if you know anybody who's interested in these type of jackets or anything like that. But once again, thank you guys. Massive shout out to my subscribers who are already subscribed. You guys rock. It's the whole reason I do it, and I'll catch you next time.